See the bright opportunity in each new day. Each day may not be good, but there is something good in each day. A very pleasant morning to everyone present here. This is Chandrakirti Singh. Today is a very special day for us as we have organized this 5 days training course on heritage and its dimensions in association with CSIR CBRI Roorkee. So without any further ado, I now request our head of department, architect Madhuri Agarwal ma'am, to lead us forward. We welcome you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. We are very fortunate today to have with us our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Ravindra Sinha, Sir, our Chief Guest for this function, Dr. L.P. Singh, Sir, the Director General, NCCBM, our convener for this training course, Dr. Achal Mittal, Sir, Chief Scientist, CSIR, CBRI, Roorkee, our Registrar, Dr. Vishwas Tripathi, Sir, our Dean, School of Engineering, Dr. Kirti Pal, Ma'am, our guest speakers from CSIR, CBRI, Roorkee, Dr. Devdutt Ghosh, Dr. Siddharth Behra, and our distinguished audience who have joined us for this training course. I officially welcome you all for this 5 days training course on heritage and its dimension. And we are doing this in collaboration with CSIR CBRI Roorkee. During the 5 days of this function, we are going to hear various distinguished speakers. We will have multiple interactive sessions. We will have a hands-on workshop online. We are going to discuss about the role of AI, BIM, and various other technologies in the field of heritage. We are also going to discuss with you and demonstrate the apps developed by some very renowned artists, architects, conservation architects like Dr. Aishwarya Tipnis. In this program, we are going to listen to 13 keynote speakers. We will be having 18 sessions. We got 54 registrations. We got a very overwhelming response for registrations, out of which 50% registrations are from outside Gautam Buddha University.
Thank you, ma'am. As it has been rightly said, lights fade away darkness. Lights symbolize knowledge, wisdom, and willpower. With these words in mind, I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravindra Sinha, sir, our Chief Guest for this function, Dr. L.P. Singh, sir, our Convener for this function, Dr. Achal Mittal, sir, Architect Rajat Ray, sir, Senior Professor, Guru Gobind Singh University, our Dean of School of Engineering, Dr. Kirti Pal, ma'am, and our Head of Department, Architect Madhuri Agarwal, ma'am, to kindly come forward and light the lamp. I also request Dr. Devdutt Ghosh, sir, and Dr. Siddharth Behra, sir, to kindly join us for lighting of the lamp.
भेज दिया ग्रुप पे। एक मिनट देख, मेरा भी हम इतना कनेक्ट किया इसके द्वारा। ठीक, अच्छा ओबीएस उससे कनेक्टेड है फोन से, नहीं फोन से ये है, ये चल रहा है। अच्छा ठीक है, ओबीएस स्ट्रीम स्ट्रीम ओबीएस लग रहा है। इस पे क्यों नहीं दिख रहा? इस पे भेज दिया, इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा है। इस पे हाँ उतना लग रहा है। भेज दिया ग्रुप पे। मेरी डिवाइस से ठीक है, वीडियो कॉल पे बोलो।
As a token of our love and appreciation, I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravindra Sinha sir, to present the memento and welcome our distinguished chief guest, Dr. L.P. Singh sir.
नहीं ये चल रहा है, उसमें पता नहीं क्यों लोड हो रहा है।
Please give them a big round of applause.
प्रणव, ओए प्रणव, इसके द्वारा। ठीक, अच्छा ओबीएस उससे कनेक्टेड है फोन से, नहीं फोन से ये है।
I request our Dean of School of Engineering, Dr. Kirtipal ma'am, to welcome Dr. Achal Bittul sir.
अच्छा ठीक है सर, मेरे को लिखो ओबीएस इधर स्ट्रीम स्ट्रीम ग्रुप में भेजिए सर।
I request Dean ma'am to kindly welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravindra Sinha sir. I request our head of department, architect Madhuri Agarwal ma'am, to welcome Dr. Siddharth Behra sir.
I request our Honorable Dean Ma'am to kindly present memento to our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir.
Obviously, लग रहा है इस पे क्यों नहीं दिख रहा?
I request our head of department, architect Madhuri Agarwal ma'am, to kindly welcome Dr. Siddharth Behra sir.
कौन सा? इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा है. इस पे oh the library.
Please give them a big round of applause. It is the time to celebrate this event of knowledge, wisdom, and intelligence. So let's seek the blessings of Goddess Saraswati. We now have the Saraswati Vandana by Soumya, Yashvi, and Drishti. Please give them a big round of applause.
भेज दिया इसको ग्रुप कर मेरे डिवाइस से ठीक है देखो
As a token of our love and appreciation, I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravindra Sinha, to present the
तू स्वर्ग की देवी ये संगीत तुझसे हर शब्द तेरा है हर गीत तुझसे तू स्वर्ग की देवी ये संगीत तुझसे तेरा है हर गीत तुझसे हम हैं अकेले हम हैं अधूरे हम हैं अकेले हम हैं अधूरे तेरी शरण में हमें प्यार दे माँ हे शारदे माँ हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ हे शारदे माँ हे शारदे माँ.
It was truly a very devotional performance. Thank you, Soumya, Yashvi, and Drishti. I now invite on stage our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ravindra Sinha sir, to share his views with us on this function. We welcome you, sir.
to you all.
Done, sir.
First and foremost, I welcome our chief guest, Dr. L.P. Singh, Director General, National Council of Cement and Building Materials. I am correct. And our convener, Dr. Achal Mittal, a chief scientist from CSIR Central Building Research Institute. All our guests from CSIR CBRI, our faculty members from Gautam University, invited speaker, guests, and the students. Indeed, I am very happy to be in this opening ceremony to welcome our chief guest, as well as listening at this first lecture on it from our chief guest on a topic called heritage and its dimensions. I was trying in the morning, what should I speak of this? Somehow I couldn't get time to read more from our common technical frame called the Google, or these days another extended frame called the AI or Chat GPT, what to speak about it. But as far as I am aware, we do design many buildings and all. They remain from the years and years. Be it a building, be it an office, be it a temple. And when it is constructed, we apply all our skills, wealth to make it. And therefore, it is our responsibility to keep it for the next generation. And therefore, how to protect these buildings? We have started giving the name for the heritage building or heritage structure. So this is a continuous phenomenon as an engineer, as a scientist, or as an architecture engineering. It is our responsibility to protect for the next generation also. So these buildings, how to conserve them, how to protect them is an important aspect. And therefore I believe this should be, I do not know, a part of the architecture and regional planning curriculum. And this is very important. It not only gives idea about the buildings which our forefathers or previous generations have constructed, but it also generates the wealth. If you go from to any country, a tourist spot, they try to maintain it with all their resources, be it their economic resources, human manpower, and it becomes, most of these buildings becomes a spot for the tourists. So this is a very important field. Whatever technique or technology is required to preserve these buildings, that is to maintain the heritage structure, is very important for us. So I believe in this workshop, there will be several lectures how to protect and preserve the buildings and particularly the heritage structure. And our students as well as the faculty members will get benefited by learning this. And I'm sure in future they will include this in their curriculum. Also how to protect the heritage building. As you might be knowing, many of the structure in Delhi, they are declared a heritage structure and they are being supported by the UNESCO or UN organizations also. So I believe it is a worldwide phenomenon to protect the heritage structure and get advantage of it and educate the next generation of our human being, that how people in the past they have created. We feel pride about our heritage building. After all, we have been maintaining the Lal Killa and many structures like that, Qutub Minar and all, and we do a study about that, what kind of a science and technology during those periods were there. So it is our collective responsibility. With this, I hope the workshop will give a new direction to all our students, particularly the young students. They get attracted with the new building, new design, but they should also learn from our old structures how technique and technology were there in the our previous generation to erect those buildings. So I wish a good luck to all the participants, and I'm thankful to the chief guest and the convener for coming here as well as deciding to hold a 7 days training program. So kindly take it as a purely as a training program, not as a workshop and conference. Try to learn out of the each lecture. That should be the aim of all the participants, particularly to the students and teachers of GBU. So I wish all the best for the organizer, and I hope it will create a new dimensions for protecting heritage and heritage structures in our civilization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was truly very inspirational for all of us. I now invite on stage our distinguished chief guest for this function, Dr. L.P. Singh sir, Director General, NCCBM, to enrich us with his words of wisdom. We welcome you, sir. Please give him a big round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I haven't read all the way. So if any point of time, I hope you please excuse me. At the outset, thank you very much for inviting me for this important workshop, 5 days workshop, and the area, heritage and its dimensions. Actually, it is very close to my heart. The reason being that once upon a time, I was also associated with the work that is being carried out at Central Building Research Institute, Roorkee. I remember a time when Dr. Mittal, myself, and my colleague Siddharth, and then we all used to sit together and we were formulating a mission project in CSIR. It was a big project, and probably that was the first project in CSIR where every discipline pertaining to heritage was covered, whether it is texts, whether it is materials, whether it is geotechnical aspect, whether it is structural health monitoring, whether it is entity, whatever you think about the structure, every aspect we try to cover in that spectrum of that mission board project. And even after that, I know Dr. Development process continue with the same work. And please believe me, these have been tremendous work. We have been tremendous work in that areas. So it will be a very good in that areas. So it will be a very good opportunity for all the students who are attending this conference, because basic idea is that you have to use the materials that was at that time. Now, in today's context, just that what was the material that was used at that time when the structure was erected? चावल क्यों डाला गया उस समय दाल क्यों डाली गई, उस समय मिल्क क्यों डाला गया, उस समय जैगरी क्यों डाली गई? There is a, in fact, even at that time there was a science behind it. आज की डेट में, suppose as Vice Chancellor sir mentioned that I come from a institute where we work on cement. आपको शायद पता होगा सीमेंट में हम सीमेंट में पानी के साथ साथ कुछ मटेरियल्स और भी डालते हैं जिसको हम कहते हैं प्लास्टिसाइड। ऑल दोस आर अगेन ऑर्गेनिक। दाल भी आपका प्रोटीन है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स है, जैगरी कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स है। So all these materials have certain properties to improve the performance of the binding material. So even at that ancient time, these materials were added as a binding material. So there is a lot of scope to do research because again there are number of if and but about it whether to use or not to use. So if there are doubts about it, only science can. So there are a number of areas, whether it is architecture, whether it is structure, whether it is structure health monitoring, whether it is entity, because when you are working heritage structures, you cannot simply take out samples to the laboratory and use them. You require non-restrictive techniques. So all these areas probably in the next 5 days will be covered. So if I talk about some of the recent things and that I will rather put with the pilgrimage. Kashi Vishwanath Mandir. I remember myself and Dr. Mittal worked on that Kashi Vishwanath Mandir. And recently, if you those who visited Kashi, maybe let us say 10 years before, 5 years before, and visit now, you will see that the not only the Kashi Vishwanath Mandir, but area in and around has been completely changed. There are many other projects like all-weather boat in Uttarakhand, Chandam Yatra. So all these basically efforts are being made to conserve our rich heritage so that not only international but as well as the local or national travel, national tourism is encouraged. Because why we encourage our heritage? One of the reason is to understand what was the knowledge at that time, to preserve that knowledge, to preserve those structures, and also one of the biggest reasons is tourism. Once you go, okay, this structure is 1,500 years old. I remember when we were doing the mission work project with Dr. Mittal, he came out with a book that was on coffee table book on superiority features of heritage structures. So I think 25-30 structures were covered at that time, and what the superiority features in that in any structure, which are usually not known to common man. So those kind of actually things were actually when you are told when you visit the structure, so that makes you lot of interest, that lot of interest, science and technology into that. So I understand that these coming 5 days will be going to be immensely fruitful and useful, whether you are architect, whether you are structural engineer, whether you are a material scientist. And I feel institutions like Sharda University, where you have Department of Architecture and maybe others also, at the top, when you start doing research, it becomes interdisciplinary. So when all experts from all area come together and do research, then only something fruitful output you basically get. So I'm very sure that these 5 days are going to be very fruitful, very knowledgeable, because I can see the galaxy of scientists that are coming and giving lectures in the next 5 days or so. So with this small my advice that please give your maximum time to this 5 days workshop, because every lecture will be very useful. There will be a lot of learning. So I'm sure that at the end of this workshop there will be a lot of takeaways for everyone of you. With this, I wish this workshop a lot of success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now have a traditional dance performance by Shrishti, Vartika, and Drishti. Please give them a big round of applause.
गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः सा सा रि स नि नि स प प नि म म प म प ग म प नि सा सा ग स प प प नि प म ग म ग म ग म प नि सा मा सरस्वती शारदे मा सरस्वती शारदे मा प प प दिस अज्ञान बुद्धि दिस अज्ञान बुद्धि से मीरा मारे तारे दे तारे दे माँ सरस्वती शारदे माँ सरस्वती शारदे
It was truly a very energetic performance. Please give them a big round of applause. Shrishti, Vartika, and Drishti. I now request our convener, Dr. Achal Mittal sir, to enrich us with his words of wisdom. Please give him a big round of applause.
And good morning, everyone, especially students and the participants. Faculty is always, very esteemed. ये तो गुरुजन है ना, सब लोगों को पढ़ाने के लिए. I will only say respected Vice Chancellor Sir, Sinha Sir, our ex-CSR family man also. It was very nice meeting you, sir, that you have organized this program and invited all of us here. In fact, the true convener is Architect Madhuri. They are giving me credit. I will just give you a little background to all of you. I and Architect Madhuri met in one of the CSIR Selection Committee meeting. At that time, she said, "Sir, we want to work with you on a course on heritage structures and other related activities." It was a very pleasant request, which we immediately got it approved through our director, and he was here. He was very much interested to come to this place, but unfortunately, he's going to your own lab today. He's there, CSIU. So that is the only background I want to give. So I think you should all clap for Ajahn Madhuri ji. I was really amazed to see the kind of reception we got, all the students and the faculty as well, with a very smile on their face. I'm sorry that we got little delayed because of the travel, because we traveled today morning only. So I'm really sorry and I apologize if there is any delay because of us. As we in CBRI have started working on heritage structures discreetly last 30 years. So, as VC sir was telling that there should be some kind of, even in civil engineering, there is no BTech
curriculum, no master's curriculum, which teaches you the kind of problems that we encounter when we try to conserve and retrofit the heritage structures. So I worked primarily in earthquake engineering, wind engineering, and I find that heritage structure is the most challenging task what a civil engineer can do. And obviously, there is a big role because architects, engineers, conservationists, historians have to work together for heritage structures. In last 10 years, we have taken a concerted approach in Central Building Research Institute to work towards heritage structures and different problems. We have done a CSIR Mission Board project. CSIO Chandigarh also participated as one of the participating lab. I coordinated that, and my two team members, three members, including Dr. LP Singh, they are very important. Dr. Neendra, Dr. Siddharth, they were here, and we had 7 laboratories from CSIR. Why we took this? Because it started at the time of Dr. Girish Shani was the DG CSIR, and then later on it was taken up by Dr. Mande, who was Dr. Mande. So we carried out the heritage structures is not only architecture, number one. It has architecture, it has history, it has instrumentation, it has artificial intelligence, it has machine learning uses, and when you use non-destructive testing, a lot of physics and mathematics is also involved when we want to work towards it. We have done a project with IIT Delhi when we worked for Hampi, and the lead was from the electronics department, not from architecture, not from this, because this is the kind of multidisciplinary area. The people who are studying in architecture, students and participants who are practicing, they will also feel that during this 5 days course, that there are many hybrid and interface fields where they can work and they can make their career and they can enjoy working. That is the most part of it, most important part of it. So these heritage structures, as Dr. L.B. Singh mentioned in his talk, we made a small comfortable booklet which is about the superiority features of the Indian heritage structures. So I will ask one question. How many have you seen Hawa Mahal in Jaipur? So many of you. So this Hawa Mahal Jaipur has a windows. I am not going to read it. This is not a lecture. So it has windows, and the windows are made on Venturi principle, and they are made before Venturi invented it and published that paper. So this was done in India. After that, Venturi made the principle of publishing it in international journal. What I want to tell you that we have such a rich heritage. If you want this, we can deliberate later on, not in this function. That what they have done, how is the Venturi effect is taking place, how is the cooling done. That is why Japan is a very small, hot place. Otherwise, it's quite warm. So to give the respite from the warmth, this has been created. So it has a different section, and you have to, the air is automatically compressed, fastened, and cooled. That is what is being done. So I have examples. I don't want to give. There are many unsolved examples. We don't know. Still today, we do not know any science.
बैटरी चार्ज तो करनी पड़ेगी बैटरी चार्ज तो
So that is also because of the hour. And schools, primarily from half the lectures are taken by my colleagues, including me, and one of the students of Dr. L.P. Singh, what work he has been doing, wonderful work, he has patented his credit on the nano line. So these will be presented. I will only urge all the participants and the students and others who want to take any advantage, please interact, take advantage, and let us try to do our bit in conserving
our Indian heritage. And that with these words, I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We now have a special felicitation of our guest, architect Rajat Ray sir, by our senior professor, architect Anand Singh sir. Please give them a big round of applause.
Rajat Singh sir is professor in Department of Architecture at Indraprastha University.
Well,
Thank you, sir. Thanksgiving is a moment of gratitude and thankfulness. So, with these words in mind, I now request our Dean of School of Engineering, Dr. Kirtipal ma'am, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning to Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, the Chief Guest, Dr. L.P. Singh, sir, our convener of this event, Dr. Ajay Mittal, sir, distinguished speakers, participants, all faculty members, and my dear students. It is with immense gratitude that I stand before you today to deliver the vote of thanks for this 5-day training course on the topic Heritage and its Dimension. We have been honored by the presence of our esteemed Vice Chancellor, sir, whose support and encouragement have been instrumental in making this event a reality. I also extend my gratitude to the Registrar Dr. Vishwas Tripathi sir for supporting us in organizing this event. I also extend my heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished speakers who will share their profound insights and expertise with us in next 5 days. I would also like to thank Dr. Mala Mohan ma'am, COA nominee, and our sponsor of this event, Alice Stone. I would like to extend my gratitude to HOD Architecture and Regional Planning, Architect Madhuri Agarwal, organizing team members Pooja, Garima, Alok Verma, Shahnawaz, Shahrukh, and Rajesh Kumar, all staff members and students who work to make this event a success. Your dedication and hard work are deeply appreciated. Lastly, but certainly not least, I want to express my profound appreciation to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. N.P. Singh, Sir, Dr. Dr. Ajay Mittal, Sir, for gracing this occasion with your presence. Your unwavering support for academic endeavor and commitment to innovation have been a driving force behind our progress. Your presence here today not only signifies the importance of this topic, but also motivate us to strive for excellence in our academics. Thank you once again to all present here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We now have a high tea break, after which we shall begin with the first session of our first keynote speaker. I request all the dignitaries to please proceed to the conference room downstairs. We shall begin with the next session at sharp 11. All the students shall stay back here. See you all on the other side. Thank you.
वायरल बिरयानी पता तो वैसे होली से बढ़िया तो
It's